Hello, hello. Gotta eat something. My throat is still. Somebody have something for throat out there? A bad sinus. Mess with my throat. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. When Jesus shall lead me. Good afternoon. We have a lot of things to go over today. Lots. Lots. I think I have to come out of YouTube and go back in. It's going to be too long to go into YouTube. Let me get one of these here. Fisherman. This candy. Let me put it on YouTube. Oh my goodness. Very good for you too. I get it at Publix. It sells in Canada. And Jamaica. When my family was telling me about it, I said, no, the taste not too good, but it's very good if you have a cold. And you don't have my problem, I have sinus. So my throat is always rusty. Maybe sexy, I don't know. What do you think? Calvary, my Jesus shall lead me. Come on and let it lead you. Night and day. Come on, my God. I'm not at church today. I am not at church today. Hey there. He's the truest friend to me. Friend to me. Oh, I remember Calvary. Well, I am going to dive into. Let me see if I can turn this down. I am going to dive into Jimmy Swaggart's son before I get to anything else, because it's on my mind. This man, or this boy man, alcoholic, well, maybe used to, calling out the black church, saying that if the black church are endorsing Kamala, then they are endorsing the LGBTQ, whatever the other words are, I don't know. I don't follow these things. On endorsing sin, and they are murder, and all these things. The man have a mega church. And the only people, I used to watch them, the only people that take part in the church is him, father, mother, son, wife. That's the family. No stranger let in. Nobody. Only them. Only them on the TV. Only them on the radio. He forgot before he began to say these things. He should have spoken to his father. His father came on television apologizing for going to a hotel room with street people. If you have or you live in glass house, why are you going to be throwing stones? Why are you going to be throwing stones? Saying that the black church are not Christian. We are Christians. We don't go to church packed with 45s. We don't strap anything on our waist when we are going to church. We go to church to serve God. Why you think black people are not going to the white churches? Because they are not accepted. If you walk into them, they look at you only when they want the tithe and offering. You are welcome. And he's going to be talking about the black church. We are not Christians? Really? Really? Come again. Come again, Donnie. Come again. Whether
All it takes is a quick call with an advisor and boom, you'll have it in your hands within a few days. It's insane.
You are sinners
Texting or emailing anyone about this.
or not. Jesus Christ came to save the lost.
Here and haven't received yours yet. Don't let them get away with this insanity. Click the link below and claim it.
He came to die for the world. So whether you are straight, gay, or lesbian, whatever the other terms are, he come to die for you too. You can't leave out these people and say that you are Christian. You have to embrace everybody. Let God do the rest. And so you people are shutting out everyone out of the church because they don't hack and think and do things like you. Whether you're gay, whether you're straight. I didn't make them gay. I didn't make them straight. That is something for God to handle. It is God's children. They're not my children. And even if I birth them, they are not my children. They are God's children. He knows best. And for you to be there talking about when you in your own soul your father was caught in the very act and maybe still doing. The Bible said, he who without sin, let him cast the first stone. Cast the first stone. Donnie boy. Cast the first stone. If you are without sin, cast the first stone. I guess you did. Because you're there talking about the black church. Come on. Come on. You should take that back. Because, I know I'm going to be calling racist and I'm going to be... if it was when? If it was 1860, they would not say anything. That alone there tell you that you're racist. You think I would sit in a church and hear somebody spewing out those vermin and I sit there in your church? When I look, I saw black people sitting in your church. And that's why I said to this girl the other day, I can't believe our people went through so much. You think I'm going to be sitting in a church and somebody spew out those words and I still sit up in there? The black man was still sitting up there on the pew. And I don't see anybody walk out. It didn't show. I would be the only one that walk out because I would take up my Bible and I would walk right out. I am not going to let. I know you are privileged. I know you get Jimmy Swaggart money. I know you're living a life of kingship. But you know something? It doesn't take all of that. Are your money not going to send you to heaven because your heart is not good? If you can get up and you're saying, Black people are endorsing. At the same time, you're endorsing a rapist, a murderer. Well, I don't know murderer, but a rapist, a con man. 34 case in court. And you're doing all that. And you're saying, if we vote for them, we are voting for. Because you want to take away people's choice. People have a choice to do whatever they want to do. The VP ain't taking away people's choice. See what Donald Trump did with Roe versus Wade. With his people that he packed on the Supreme Court. Who's not working for the country, but they're working for Donald Trump. They're working for him. And people don't see anything wrong with it. They just lie in their way and lie. One lie after the other. You ask them a question, they can't answer. If you ask them a question and before they answer, they'll tell you something what Democrat not do. They can answer straight question. You telling black people who to go vote for. You have a church that you're going to use the church to tell people who go vote for. And because those people want to be in your church, they all sit up in there and listen to your garbage. But I would not listen to it because I know what your father did back in the days when your church come down to about 30 people or less because everybody run out of the church and leave your father. Because your daddy was doing sinful acts. I know you have the nerve to tell people who to vote for. With black people sitting up in there listening to you saying if you vote for the vice president, you vote for LGBTQ, whatever those acronyms are. You are not God. The people are God's people. You can't hold them and do things to them to get what they are out of them. If God wants them to change, they will change in due time. He come to save the last or the lost. He died for everyone. You can, if you say you don't like them, they're still living. Because you are not the one who give them their breath. You don't like them, you don't have to be around them. They live their life, you're not living their life for them. You could preach and tell your sweat become blood. You cannot tell people what to do. People do what they want to do. They are their own self. And for you to be going on about black church, I had stopped listening to you long ago because I see what you and your family does. It's only you, all the people you have in the church. It's only you and your family are on the TV station, on the radio station. Only you and your family, nobody else. No matter how you look, you never see a black person up there. There's one black girl in there singing. Everything else is done by you and your family. Nothing else. But you're going to tell black people what to do. You're going to tell them what to do and which God to serve. and they're not Christian if they are voting for Kamala. Come on. Kamala is not in court charged with anything. And no matter what you may say about the charges, the man said he can't wait to get in power to fire Jack Smith. Jack Smith is doing his job, but his job not supposed to go to Donald Trump. It's supposed to go to the black people. If he was doing something for Barack Obama, oh my God. But he's prosecuting Donald Trump. And it's not the same thing. Because he is right. He never do anything that's wrong.
What's the difference between a service animal and an emotional support?
That woman Eileen something
Service animal has to go through long and
that threw out his court there in Fort Pierce
carry out tasks for people with disabilities.
is on the short list for federal court judge.
An emotional support pet is exactly that. A regular pet who offers its owner
The one who dropped his charges.
love and companionship without training. So if your pet is your therapy, take this short quiz to see if they
See,
qualify as an emotional support
you have to do evil
If they are
things.
approved, a local medical doctor will elect
You have to can do evil
official
things.
ESA approval
And as long as you're doing evil things, people like you.
federal law. That means your pet can stay with you in places
As long as you're doing insane evil things,
avoiding extra pet fees or deposits.
you get the pat on the back.
Of thousands
But if you're
of
saying the
your
truth,
pets
no.
who have chosen and trusted support pets to get their furry friends ESA
If you're
certified,
saying the truth or the right thing,
you
no.
will never have to choose between your pet.
But as long as you're evil,
Take the free quiz now.
as long as you're doing evil stuff,
People love support pets. It's America's most loved
everybody
and
likes you.
official ESA approval specialists, having helped tens
The judge know that Donald Trump take all this paper to his house and they were scattered around
plus
that he's supposed to left when he leave the White House.
plus many more.
And she throw it out and finding fault about Jack Smith. It's Jack Smith's fault.
Emotional support animal. That's why we make this process so easy.
So she can get to go if Donald Trump win, which he will never win.
ESA certificate, which is
He will never win.
federal law in all 50 states. You can check if your pet qualifies as an
We're going to be doing a fasting and prayer.
Just take this quick and easy online quiz, and if you qualify, your pet will be
He will never win,
doctor. That's it. Easy.
no matter what the powers that he's working with.
Have your official ESA certificate.
No matter what the powers,
Any apartment or house
because there is no power higher than my God's power.
places. Official ESA certificates.
No power that he's working with.
Hotels, stores, restaurants.
He's evil.
And save money by eliminating costly pet fees and deposits. All thanks to trusted emotional support documents, which are legal in all
Everybody that is black
certified by all
supposed to go through things.
Plus,
The Central Park 5,
if your pet isn't approved, you don't spend a dime.
he take up big long odds about them.
Doctor's fees on your
He couldn't rent his apartment
ESA approved.
to colored people. He writes C on the application and put it in the drawer.
Never again have to pass up a fun vacation because you couldn't find a pet sitter.
And all these people
Pet-friendly hotel
killing this. Oh, he's gonna do what? What have he done?
ESA approved pet. You never
He's gonna do what?
settle for second-rate housing.
What have he done for you lately?
Change out the carpet or tries to charge you crazy high fees just because you love your pets. You never again have to leave your loved
Attention, America.
What have he done for you?
2025 senior additional senior benefits.
Nothing.
If not, pay close
And he'll
attention
never do anything.
because you may
And now that he doesn't have a filter, now that he's not gonna run again, he's gonna run amok. He's not gonna run for president again. So he's gonna do everything in there that's bad. He could not do a peaceful transfer of power to Joe Biden when he comes in. He keep up and down that he win. I win, I win, I win. Thank you, my dear. I'm trying to get people to overturn. And because Pence didn't overturn the election in his favor, you know you don't win the election. Give up. No people out there calling him Mr. President, Mr. President. How can you have two presidents at one time? Why, the rule doesn't make for Republicans? I heard this guy, something Jones, this morning on CNN, and he says, I forgot the exact word, but Donald Trump is over there being so lawless. He's doing over there doing all the things that he can that is wrong. And nobody say anything. And Kamala got to be walking the straight and narrow. And she's just like when Hillary was running. They pick on everything poor Hillary did. And they're doing the same thing again to her. No matter what this man do and say. He was talking about some man private part yesterday. No matter what the man do or say, nobody said anything. Nobody called him out. Everybody's scared of him. But everything that the vice president said, they pick at it, they fact check. Come on. Oh, she haven't done anything. She has been since she has been in power. What power is she in? She's not the president. She's the vice president. And you know that vice president don't do anything of such. What should she do? She don't pass any laws. She don't do. Shut the crap. Shut up. Because you know that's not true. What does Pence do? Unless the president send you out to do something, they can't do anything of themselves. They are a president in waiting. If something wrong with the president, and you just laugh. Oh, I like the policy. Oh, I like what he's doing to the border. What border? The border been there before you were born. Mexican have been coming over before you were born. Working in the United States and going home. Your parents and foreparents came to this country with penny in their pocket. Did they send them home? Did they send them home? Trump mother and father came here. Did they send him home? Which they should. Because you wouldn't have been here. It's an election. You don't have to do all that to win it. Do the right thing and you will win it. Not your upside down Bible. Not to watch that making in China. You're coming down on China. And all the things you're selling, they were all printed in China and made in China. And then you have all these things to say. What you're going to do. Your watch is your Bible. Open the flap and look where it's made. Because you don't know how to read it anyway. You won't find it. It was made in China. Your watches were made in China. Nincompoop. Your things that you're selling were made in China. But you're going to bring tariff. Are you going to do tariff? Oh, you don't know how tariff works. Because you think the tariff going to be over there for China. It's going to be over here in the United States. It's going to be over here in United States. Why? And so you're fooling people. You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all of the time. If back then was 1860, he could talk about slavery all he wants. All you so-called evangelicals were the slave owners. All you evangelicals, your parents were slave owners. And that's why you want to go back 300 years to make America great again. Because America was great for you. And the knuckleheads black people putting on mega hat saying make America great again. Because they want to go back in slavery. You want to go back 300 years. Because you don't want to do your dirty work. You don't want to suckle your own children. All those off-caste children that born back then, that people today are going on. They are from that era. That the slave master birth or give, let the slave give birth to. All those that in the era that was from back then. And they're coming down. So don't come and go on like everything is everything. The Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost. When people are not saved, they do all kind of things. St. Luke 19:10.
Are you a senior on Medicare?
And when they saw it, they all murmured, saying that he was gone to be guest with a man that is a sinner. And Zechariah stood and said unto the Lord, Behold, Lord, the half of my goods I give to the poor. And if I have taken anything from any man by false accusation, I restore it fourfold. And Jesus said unto him, This day salvation come to your house. For as much as he also is a son of Abraham, the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost. And as they heard these things, he added and spake a parable, because he was in Jerusalem, and because they thought that the kingdom of God should immediately appear. He said, therefore, a certain noble man went into a far country and received for himself a kingdom and to return. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, Occupy till I come. He sent out his disciples and says, Occupy until I come.
With Milestone, I found a credit card for less than perfect credit.
But some of them not doing what they're supposed to. You have people beating people up in church because they didn't give offering. You have people doing all these things People are doing things because they are not doing things the Bible way or for the Lord. They are doing it. Some of them are not Christian. You can see the way they act. If you're not the same color, you can't go to their church. The church has to be lily white. Or they look at you like, what are you doing here? Oh yeah, there's one black person in our church. Church is church. Jesus Christ came to die for the world. He didn't separate it. He did not separate the world or the church. We are all one people. But no. No. You got to be over here and I got to be over here. And these evangelical, as they call themselves, the worst of the worst. The worst of the worst. Because they don't like anybody but themselves. And it's all about them. Close the border. Close the border. Build a wall to keep out the rest of them. Why didn't you keep out your mother and your father? Why didn't you keep out your wife and your wife, mother and father? They come true. They came true. As much as the Mexican, them running up and down and voting for you. How stupid can you be? They come here to work. They came here to work. A Mexican will make a house over there. In 24 hours, the house is up and roof is on. They work. But everybody my color should stay out of the United States. Black and brown should stay out. It's a shame though. I don't know why they're not saying Kamala was born here. I don't know how he don't start yet like he did on Barack Obama. I don't know how he don't start saying she don't born here. What he start on her ethnicity? Her ethnicity. Oh, one day she's Indian, one day she's black. You don't look and say she's dark? You don't look and see that she's dark? I don't know. I don't know. But that is that. On 2 days ago, this young lady put something on the TikTok saying that people should vote for Donald Trump because in our father, our husband says Donald Trump have it right. And I sent back and I said, of all your people been through, for you to have the opportunity to vote, this is what you can come up with. And she said something about Christian. And she started trolling me and started talking about voodoo. And I think that she's going to put voodoo on me. I don't know what the heck is that. You know? Oh, thank you, my dear. I think that she's going to put voodoo on me. And I said to her, you know something, sweetheart? You people need to stop this crap. Because if you can work voodoo, well, if I could work voodoo, the first thing I'm going to do to work it to make my life better. You think I'm going to be wasting it on somebody I don't know? I am going to waste it on me. It starts with me first. So all you people running around about your voodoo crap, you can't do anything. Because your life is not better. Your family life is not better. So what is it? Where is it? If you can work it, if you can work it to better yourself. Work it to better yourself. That's what you do. Work it to better yourself. It's not to do crap to people. What do you care about people? Say whatever you want. But don't come in there and talk. And you said you're a Christian and you should be. You don't know anything about me. Oh, I can read you up, she said. And I see, never. I pay you and give you change. My darling. I pay you and give you change for you to tell me something about me that you haven't seen on TikTok or anywhere on Facebook. Tell me something. Can't do it. You don't have the power. My God will not give you power over me. He will not give you power over me. That's the God that I serve. He will not give a sinner power over me. So whatever you think, you know, or whoever you think you can read up, it's not me. I'll pay you and give you change. Never happened. It never happened. Because my God is not going to give you any power over me. You will not have any dominion over me because I serve a living God. You will not have no dominion over me. I serve a living God, the one who died for me. I'm not doing, what do you call them thing? Palm reading thing. I'm not doing them star on water thing. Doesn't work with me. I work with this, the Bible of the true and living God. I know some things are put in there to confuse us, but I work with the Bible. And don't come in and tell me, oh, I see, I can read you and I can tell you. You can't tell me a thing. You can't tell me nothing. Not a thing. Not a zip. You can't tell me nothing. I am not your mediocre lying Christian. I am not that. Oh, I joke on my page and I put these things. I am not your mediocre lying Christian.
I just helped my grandpa get thousands of.
I'm not on here telling you to give me likes and flowers.
There is a new benefit for
I
American
am not that.
users called the Relief Benefit Card, preloaded with thousands.
I am not. I serve a God that is not like man. He don't ask you for money on Sunday morning. He don't tell you to give all that you got. He provide for me day and night. He open doors that is closed. What can men do to me? It's not that people don't try, you know. Hundreds of thousands or maybe more people try. It doesn't work. Because I was called by God. I was called by God. I was called and sent out there. I was called by the true and living God. And that's why I know when these people claiming to be Christians and acting unseemly and out of character, I know they're not. They went to college to collect money. They were not called. When you're called and you're Christian, you went out without money. You go out without clothes. Because God is going to make a way. He's going to provide somebody to take care of your needs. You don't fight people to bring money to your church. You don't curse them. When you are called, money is the last thing that you worry about. Because God will provide. He said He'll provide for the bird in the air. What's lets me? Money is the least of my problem. And because it's the least of my problem, if I have it, I have it. Because I know I'm going to eat. Somebody will give me food. Somebody will send me food. I don't have to rob and steal and lie to get it. Because I know that my God will make a way. I have to do the things that are pleasing in the sight of God. I have to do the things that He wants me to do. I have to do the things that He wants me to do. Cast out demons. Heal the sick. Cast blinded eyes to see. Power. It gives me power. I am not your everyday person. I am not lying about anything. I am not here lying. I am here just to tell people how good God is. And to call out the ones that are lying and mischievous. I am here to call them out. Because they are using the name of the Lord to make a living for themselves. And people think that I'll take up a Bible and I'll take up a briefcase and I'll go out there and I start talking about God. And at the same time, they're looking to see how much money you're putting into the plate. The children going to prestigious schools. They live on 100-acre land with security guard at gates. You can't get to them. While people are coming out and don't have a car to drive. They are driving Rolls Royce and most prestigious cars. Because people walk in there and give them money that they don't have. They can't pay their bills, but they have to take in their tithes and offering that you lied to them about. You lied to them about tithes and offering. You lied to them to bring in your money, not realizing that is from the old time days when the slave master want their money because they were free and he was looking away for them to get money. Bring me money. Bring all the tithes in the storehouse and see if he would open a window of heaven and pour you out. And people have been throwing tithes years upon years. And nothing. No window open. No window open. The only person the window open from or for is the one who's collecting the money. I'm going to give you what God already gave me. And I'm going to run around the corner and get to the altar. God, I gave away the money that you gave me. Come and give me some more. Why don't you pray for it? Why don't you pray to get yours? Why don't you pray to get your money? You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. They are using the church as a, what do you call that thing there? Casino. To cash it in. They came in the black area and they have a church. And they live outside the black area. They never spend a penny in the black area. They keep the church in there to get your money. And you keep giving and giving and giving and giving. You keep giving and giving and giving. And they keep taking and taking. Do you ever turn around and see what their family member drives? Mercedes? Lexus? What do you drive? You bothering the people to give you a ride on Sunday. You're bothering the people to give you a ride because you don't have a car for yourself. You don't have a car for yourself because you gave away your money and they use the money and buy car for their family, their wives, their children, of all name brand car driving. And you are walking. Oh yes, I'm a pastor. I'm a minister of God. But I'm not an idiot. I am not an idiot. I am not an idiot. I was called. I didn't went. I was called. And that's why I speak how I speak. I didn't went. I did not went. I was called by God. I was called. And pour wisdom. I'll get wisdom. I asked for wisdom. He said he would not give anyone more than he gives Solomon. And I said, God, give me a jittle of what you give Solomon. Because the things that I've seen around, I don't understand. Oh, Christian people can do and say these things in your name. I don't understand. They lie. They cheat. They watch porn. They do all these things. I'm going to church. And when they open the door, they are so holy. They cheat on their wives, their husbands. They beat their wives, their husbands. They belittle their husbands, their wives, their children. And still go there saying, I am a man of God. Look at the one in Jamaica. Holding this elderly lady in her throat and fighting her for money. And said he's a pastor. Should be arrested. He went. He just went.
Information could help a lot of people. So the homeowner,
they do the despicable thing and say, all right, the people, they don't have any posts, so some of the church people, then you expect them to be that. But if you are not living according to the principles and the precepts of God, how you expect the church people? I heard that people in church, the words they were saying was not written in any book. They were telling this elderly lady how you can in church and the first thing come as somebody step on your toe. The first thing that spew out your mouth is those words. That means you're still living in that era. You're not saved. You're not born again. You're not born again. You're not washed in Jesus' blood. What about walking away? What about walking away when something goes wrong? Walk away. Okay, Miss Mama, you don't have to give me any money. That's okay. The Lord will make a way. Why? And you're going to jump up and tell you, and that's why the prayers, are not being answered because they are not praying earnestly. The prayers are not being answered like they used to. or not. And be careful who you let pray for you. Be careful. Be careful who you let pray for you. And be careful who you let touch you in your head. Never. Don't come close to my head. Be careful who you let. Be careful who you let. Because you let bad things are happening opposed to good. Because they're not doing with a willing heart. And their heart are not pure. And so instead of you getting a relief from what you're going through, you're having more problem adding on top of what you have. And you're asking, oh my Lord, why? Be careful. Because these people are mixed up in things they're not supposed to be mixed up in. I used to go to this, we used to go out. I was in one church and we used to go out and on Sunday after church and pray. And if somebody bought a house, they will have us to come and pray. And this lady have a son. And we went there to pray. And this lady stand up and going, come out from under the bed. Because she could see the demon. But she didn't have the power. So one lady with the power went in the room and with strength of her voice, she saw that demon. You have to have the power. The Bible said when he called you, give you power. He gives you power. It's not that You have power. He gives you power when the Holy Ghost comes upon you. To expel demons out of your home, out of your body, wherever it is. It gives you power. When you're a man or a woman of God. I know there's a lot of men said, I don't believe in woman pastors, but I've been called. And there's not a thing you can do about it. Nothing. Because you don't make me. You didn't call me. The Lord did. And I'm all for the business of the Lord. I am not for man's business. I don't care what you do. And that's why I don't let people business bother me. I don't let anybody business bother me. No. I am all for business of the King. Whenever time you see me, I am on business for the King. I am ready at all times. I am ready at all times. To do business for the King. So when I hear people go on with them foolishness, like what Donnie Swaggart said, it touch a chord in me. Because you don't put down any one of God's children. The Bible said we can't make one strand a year gray or black. You can't let your hair grow when it's not growing. It takes its time, no matter what you put in there. It will take its time and grow. It has nothing to do with you. You can't help it along. You can't make one strand a hair white or black. So when I hear people get up and with those crazy things that they say, I have to say something. Because I know that the Lord let the rain fall on the just and the unjust. He don't just do things for one person or one set of people. He do it for all. He do it for everyone. He loves everyone the same. Some of us may be out of his will, but he knows that with one touch, he can bring you into his will.
I'm 56, and my husband says I have the
He has that power.
26-year-old.
All I have to do
It's all thanks
is to tell you about the man Christ Jesus.
It includes 4 scientific
That's all.
treatments that were originally only affordable
It's up to you.
celebrities
And it's up to him.
because they cost hundreds of
I
dollars.
tell you,
Now everyone
you can't say you didn't know.
unlimited
You can't say I didn't tell you.
and for
You
a
can't say you
fraction
never
of
heard
the
hear
spa.
about it.
Introducing MyoGlow,
Or about
a
it.
revolutionary skincare device that gives
I don't
you
have to do anything to you.
without the pain
I don't have to be mad at you.
It's the effortless way
I don't have to beat you over the head with a sedge
sculpt, uplift, and
to tell you that, oh yeah, you have to believe, you have to. No. All my job is to tell you. You can't say you didn't hear. Just like we do with our children. We tell our children, hoping that the seed will germinate and they will grow.
And it's fast. Just take at least 5 minutes a day with MyoGlow to see the results.
To do the will of God. I tell my children.
fell in love. It was so
I didn't tell them, oh, you have to go, you have to go.
Vibrate. It's got the light therapy that I've been hearing about for so long.
Now,
And they're
this
safe.
device has been breaking the internet. It's supposed to snatch your face
Oh, yeah.
with that saggy skin like your jowls and cheeks, so you can have
Yeah.
that tight sculpted look. So let's try it out.
Right now, you can get MyoGlow plus the benefit boosting activator serum.
That is what you do.
And this is only available while the sale is live. But before you decide, there's a few things you should
We
know about
have
Dermot.
to know what we can do. We got to know what we can do. But what do they say? With age come wisdom. Well, some people are age and they don't have wisdom. With age come wisdom. I'm smart behind my years. With age come wisdom. Hold on to your belief. Don't let no one deceive you. The Bible said that. Don't let anyone deceive you. Because there are so much deceivers out there. There are so much people deceiving. But now as the time is coming to end, all they want is money. I never see more people want money like they want now. Money, 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 money. The Bible said when the time is near at hand, people try to deceive you. They will try to deceive you. But you have to know that there is only one God. And he's in heaven. He gives you a breath. He wake you up in the morning. Some people don't wake up. I come on here all the time and there's so many TikTokers that passed away. And oh my God, there's one, Sean J. We were just talking about him. I used to love to listen to him. Very nice guy. And he went to the hospital, said his throat swollen up. repentance. And every now and then you see young TikTokers gone. We are not different, but because the Lord is good to us. The Lord is good to us. So good. And because He is good to us, it grants us the privilege. Thank you, YouTube. I'm not going to keep going over YouTube because it's